Some stories are at midnight. Some are passed down in hushed tones, and some are buried deep. These aren't legends. These aren't made-up tales.
These are accounts of events that defy easy explanation. Experiences that are unforgettable and feel all too real. Tonight, we're exploring 3 such stories. So, turn down the lights. Let's begin.
We'll start with a story that feels incredibly close to home in our digital age.
Okay.
It's about a man whose best friend, Tyler, died suddenly in a motorcycle accident. It's a profound loss, and like many of us would, he couldn't bring himself to delete Tyler's number from his phone.
It's a modern way of holding on, isn't it?
Right.
That contact entry is a placeholder for a person, for memories. Deleting it feels like a second death.
Exactly. But the story takes a dark turn 3 weeks after the funeral.
Oh?
He gets a text from Tyler's number. No words, just a photo. It's a grainy picture of him asleep in his bedroom.
Wow.
Clearly taken from the crack of his bedroom door.
My blood just ran cold. Instantly, you're caught between 2 horrifying possibilities.
Yeah.
A sick, cruel prank from someone who got the phone, or something impossible.
He assumes it's a prank. He texts back, not funny. Who is this? 30 minutes later, another photo arrives. This time, the angle is from inside the room, closer to the bed. He changes the locks. He even gets security cameras. But the photos keep coming. Every few nights, a new image of him sleeping.
The psychological toll of that must be immense. I mean, your safest space, your bedroom, becomes a place of constant anxiety.
Right.
You're being watched, and the evidence is delivered right to your hand.
And that's where it escalates from terrifying to truly paranormal. He moves. New city, new number, doesn't tell a soul where he's gone. 2 weeks of silence pass,
And thinks it's over.
and he almost convinces himself it's over. Then, an email arrives. No subject, just a video file.
No.
It's his new apartment, his new bed.
It followed him.
And just before the clip ends, the camera pans toward the closet and a voice whispers. He had to boost the audio to hear it clearly. It was Tyler's voice.
Wow.
And it said, "Miss me yet?"
It's a horrifying question. Is it some entity tormenting him with his friend's memory?
Right.
Or is it actually his friend reaching out from somewhere else but twisted and malevolent? I genuinely don't know which is worse.
Let's shift from a haunting through a device to one from within the self. This next account comes from a man who survived a severe car accident.
Okay.
Everyone called him lucky, but when he came home from the hospital, things just felt off.
A major trauma like that can absolutely change your perception of reality. Post-traumatic stress is very real.
It started as something you could easily dismiss. He'd be brushing his teeth, he'd blink, and his reflection in the mirror wouldn't. It would blink just a beat later. He'd turn his head, and his reflection would lag behind.
That's so subtle, but so unnerving. The mirror is supposed to be truth. It shows you what's there.
Exactly.
When it starts lying, even in small ways, it breaks a fundamental rule of reality.
Then came the moment he couldn't explain away.
Okay.
He was leaning into the bathroom mirror one night, exhausted, and his reflection, it smiled at him. A full, confident grin, while his face was expressionless.
That's it. That's the point of no return. It's not a glitch in his brain anymore. It's an other.
He became convinced something was wrong, so he set up his phone to record himself while he slept. When he watched the footage, his blood ran cold. At 3:47 a.m., a figure rises in the frame. It's him,
Oh no.
but he's still lying motionless in the bed. This version of him stands there watching him sleep before turning and walking out of the room.
It's free of the mirror. It's a physical entity now, and it's moving through his home while he sleeps. What did it want?
He got his answer the next morning. Taped to his bathroom mirror was a note, written in his own handwriting, but not by him.
Wow.
It was just 4 words. Let me take over.
A hostile takeover of his own life. That's not a ghost. That's a replacement. A predator wearing his face, waiting to step in.
For our final story, we go to something more ancient. A horror not from technology or the self, but from the earth itself.
Okay.
A family was doing a simple weekend project, clearing a patch of their backyard to build a shed.
The most mundane suburban starting point for a nightmare.
While digging, they unearthed a human jawbone. The police were called, and an anthropologist determined the remains belonged to a young girl, about 10 years old, who had been buried there for over 50 years.
Oh, wow.
Then they found a necklace, a small pendant with a pale green peridot, the birthstone for August.
Okay, where is this going?
The family's daughter, Lily, was also born in August,
Oh,
and she began to change. She started sleepwalking, kneeling beside the taped-off hole in the yard. Her father crept close one night and heard her whispering in a voice that wasn't quite her own. You forgot me. You said you'd come back. I waited.
the child is a conduit.
Yes,
The spirit of the buried girl has found an anchor, someone it can connect with.
it gets more direct. One night her parents find her standing in the corner of her room, and when she turns, she gives them a smile that's described as too wide, too old for her face,
Ugh,
and says, I forgive you, but I can't stay gone anymore.
that is chilling. It's the loss of a child, not to death, but to an occupying force. The entity isn't just a sad ghost, it has an agenda. It wants to live again.
They try to end it. They burn the necklace they found. For a while, things seemed to return to normal. The sleepwalking stopped. But a few nights ago, Lily crawled into bed with her parents, shaking. Her mother asked if she had a bad dream.
Right.
Lily shook her head and whispered, She's just lonely again. She says it's your turn now.
So, it's not over. It was never attached to the object. It was attached to the place, to the memory. They didn't just wake it up.
No.
They freed it. And now, it's looking for a new home.
3 stories. No simple explanations. No peaceful resolutions. Just the lingering fear of a message from the dead, a stranger in the mirror, and a voice from the ground beneath our feet.
Now, here's a question we'd like you to think about.
Hmm?
Which is more terrifying? A horror that comes from the outside, something that stalks and hunts you, or horror that comes from within, something that wears your own face?